Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another one, Shootaround Sessions podcast. Me, your host, Tawasi, and my man.
Live from Atlanta. Nah, I'm joking. My man, Randy Beats.
Live from the Magic City. Oh, my God. We got to start. Y'all know where we got to start. Y'all know where we are going to start.
Y'all know where we got to start. You know where we have to go.
Got to start with our New York Knicks triumphant beatdown, the latest smackdown on the Atlanta Hawks, one of the largest playoff wins in a Game 7 in history with a team on the road. Knicks in 6, we packed them up. Randy, what did you think about this amazing victory?
It was just wild. It was like, what are we watching right now? What are we watching? At a point, wasn't it like 40-something to like 15? It was ridiculous. The first quarter. The first half. They lost the game in the first 2 minutes of the game, which is crazy. Crazy.
Man.
The New York Knicks played damn near perfect basketball from offense to defense.
Perfect.
Offense to defense. They locked Atlanta up. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I can't even be mad. I was watching it and I didn't even catch the beginning. I caught like 3 minutes in the first, and I said, "Wait, it's 40-15." It was bugging to me, and I mean, I'm not one to say the Atlanta Hawks is not like that, but I didn't think they was that bad. Like they've been a competitive team all season, but on that night, I don't know what it is. Would you say it was an embarrassing performance? Like everybody's making a big deal out of this?
Online has been killing them, but what we do have to remind them is it's a young team.
Yeah,
they were not ready for this. A big up to Mike Brown because he made adjustments. Mm-hmm. That's what playoff basketball is making adjustments.
All about.
You've seen the adjustments from game 3, game 4. I mean, yeah, he made the adjustments to get the wins, and Atlanta just could not recover. Nah. It was, like I said, it was beautiful basketball. They were playing the passing lanes. They were trapping at the right times. Mm-hmm. I made the joke to you. I was like, yo, listen, we've been pushing for them to run the offense through Cat. I didn't realize that meant to have Cat run the offense. Because that's exactly what they did. They had Cat run the offense. Second triple-double in the
triple-double machine.
Triple-double machine. Will this work in the next round? We'll see. Do we have to try it? Of course. We have to. We have to see where it goes with it, depending on who we play in the next round.
I mean, I feel like it was a statement win that we needed because all season, I don't feel like we've been that dominant team. I don't feel like we came into anybody's gym and beat anybody up. So this was really the first time where you literally saw them bullying a team. Like everybody was it was so bad. Mikal Bridges had 24 points.
Y'all allowed him to score 24.
Wow, that was tough. So we sent them boys packing to Cancun, and the Knicks are definitely in the second round. And I'm feeling pretty confident. I know I'm back and forth with the Knicks a lot, but in this particular series, and we're going to talk about the rest of the East Coast at least. Not the East Coast, the East Conference, but we have to say I think it's pretty wide open with what we're seeing. And it's only a few games, but I like what I'm seeing from the Knicks. I like that they're going through Cat. Cat is getting more involved, even though he's throwing out passes and he's looking like the top point guard on the team. I'm cool with it. I'm cool because we know he could get inside. We know he could do outside. We know he could facilitate. I'm saying it's a lot of value in the Cat, and I'm giving him major love.
Given the eye test, as of right now, as of today, May 2nd? As of today, given the eye test, the New York Knicks they're looking like the team to beat in the East, given the eye test. All right? Based off of the adjustments they've made, like I said, their defense has ramped up. They're the first and only team in the second round right now.
There we go.
3 Game 7s this weekend. That's crazy. That's wild.
So
All
you bring
right.
up game sevens. Let's talk about these game sevens. So we're going to start with the one today, which is the Celtics and the 76ers, because I think that series affects the Knicks the most. How are we feeling about the Sixers and the Celtics going head to head, toe to toe in this game seven tonight?
It's it's the weird resurgence. The weird
Mm,
resurgence of the 76ers. Has the process finally been realized? That's what we're trying to figure out. You know what I mean?
mm.
Joel Embiid, the first game he came back, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, why? Like why? He was they literally gave him the entire offense and they got smashed. He was missing everything. The man barely jumped. I don't know what happened. I don't know who spoke to him. What type of I don't know. Either way, they've been showing promise, and everyone has been clicking, from
Yeah,
their two
everybody.
guards, Maxi, Edgecombe, to even playoff P is back in the conversation. Paul George, I think he dropped 24 on them. I think he dropped 24 on them the last
Yeah.
game. Boston had the easy. They had the easy. Well, they thought they had the easy run straight through Philly, and Philly was
Hmm.
like, nah, So me personally, I don't even know who's coming out this game today. If I was a betting man, I probably would say Philly because Philly has the momentum. But
Hmm.
Boston is still Boston. We got to see where we got to see where Tatum is at because I know he got hurt last game, and
Yeah.
Jalen Brown got to step up because he took a back seat to Jason Tatum since he's been back on the court.
You see, I'm glad you said that because let me tell you what I really feel about this series because I'm not gonna say I could care less who wins because either or I think we're tooled to beat both of those teams, but this is what this series has showed me. First off, it's showing you that Boston hasn't changed a thing. They still going 3 point or die, 3 point or die. And like I've always said, that's not winning basketball. Yes, they got lucky and won a championship off of it once. And yes, I know a championship is a big deal, but we got to be super critical of this and pay attention to it because they taking those same threes and you can't hit them all the time. So now you let the fighting Sixers get back into this, and they got some dogs on that team, man. Tyrese Maxey, dog. Playoff P, even though I don't feel like he's going to step up to the plate tonight and give you that same playoff P, anything is possible with this guy right now because they're clicking.
Anything.
Anything. You don't know who you're going to get, but you know Maxey's going to give you a fight. You know Edgecombe is going to give you a fight. And I do agree with you with the Embiid point because in the first game he did hold him back, but there's something that Embiid brings to this table, and that is the ability to get to the line. The refs, I don't know if he has a contract with the refs and they just call every foul for him. Like he's the SGA before SGA was even doing
Yeah.
this. So he's still getting them calls, and I don't trust it. Brown, we see him Brown get exposed for the man that he really is. And Tatum, I give him props for coming back and playing meaningful basketball, but I don't think it's his time yet. So I don't know. I don't really care. Give me the Celtics or give me the 76ers. Good series. Everybody held down and they did what they were supposed to do. So I'm happy. Happy there.
Yeah. When it comes to the next round, I don't even know who I want to play. Like I said, this team was built to stop the Celtics.
Yeah.
So again, it would be great if they went through because I feel like we could stop them. Again, Philly is a wild card now. Even though I do think we have what it takes to stop the whole Joel Embiid effect on the team,
Hmm.
because he plays high post, which clears up the paint, and
Hmm.
Cat again plays high post, defends high post, so that can work out.
Yeah.
And of course, we still have our secret weapon, which is Mitch, who can be a
Woo.
dominant force at the top, on the perimeter and the paint. So I'm not really
Guard
worried about that. We
anywhere.
can always guard anywhere, so we can switch up with that, and that won't affect us too much. But yeah, you got Maxi who can get a bucket whenever he's ready. Edgecombe plays like a 5-year vet that can get a bucket whenever he wants.
Whenever.
So Philly would be a tricky one because I don't know how prepared we are for Philly, but I feel like we're fully prepared for Boston. But
Hmm.
I ain't calling nothing until I see nothing. I'm not doing
Stranger
that.
things have happened. We're not
Stranger
setting
things have
ourselves
happened.
up. That's why
Yep.
I ain't giving you no pick. Hey, bring on whoever you want. We could beat both of them. That's all I'm gonna say. Just make it competitive and do what y'all gotta do.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Now, another reason why I think it's an easy run for the Knicks is because we've seen a chink in the armor with the Pistons, but last night they came back from being down, I think, about 24 at the half. They came back. The Magic's choked, so now we got a game 7. Pistons Magic. How you feeling about that series?
There was a question I was going to pose to you by halftime yesterday, and you know what? I think I can still pose the question. I just got to
Okay.
switch the teams around. I was my original question was, what was a worse loss? The Atlanta Hawks being completely decimated, or the Pistons losing in the first round to Atlanta Magic, and they were being beat down as well.
Beat down. Okay.
But now the question completely changes. What's a worse loss, the Atlanta loss or Magic blowing that big lead and not closing out last night? Because it was watching that game in that
Ridiculous.
fourth quarter was ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So yeah, so yeah.
I,
What do you think is the what do you think is the worst loss?
let me answer that. Now, of course, everybody's gonna say it's the Hawks, but because they're such a young team and never was expected to really hit that ceiling yet, I'm not even gonna say the Hawks is the worst loss. I'm gonna say the Magic is the worst loss because they fumbled the bag. They fumbled the bag. You had this team foot on their neck. You got them down by 24 at the half. It's easy for you just to close that series out. But then you give this team life, and I dare say I think the Pistons are gonna win. You just gave this team a shot in the arm, and now, like, you ever seen Popeye when he get the broccoli, and he
Spinach,
just the
yeah, hell
spinach,
yeah.
when he get the
Yeah.
spinach and he start
Uh-huh.
hulking up, like, it's over for the Magic. I feel like I don't think they come back from this. So they played themselves, and that's gonna go down in history as, damn, we had a chance to take out the number one team, and we fumbled it.
Yeah, I would. I think I would agree with you. As lopsided as the Atlantic Hawks lost was, the Magic loss to me is bigger and a worse loss because you guys had them. You guys had their necks
You had it.
ready to just, and then y'all just fumbled that whole thing. It's ridiculous.
It's
That was a
ridiculous.
horrible. That was a horrible fourth quarter. What did they? I think third and fourth quarter. I think they missed what 20 something field goals
20 something
straight.
shots. It was crazy.
That's
Crazy.
and the crazy thing was there was no timeouts called. I'm like,
None.
what is going on?
None. That's I'm like, how can you fumble this? You got them. I was rooting for the Magic so much. I
Yep,
looked
you
at
and
my
I both.
phone. Half the ESPN alert came up. Oh, Magic up at the half, 22 or 24 points. I said, okay, we got rid of the Pistons. I don't care about what happens in Cleveland because we're gonna talk about that in a second. But I'm not tripping about that. The Knicks is looking like we got a clear way to the championship, and then you give the Pistons. Not that I'm afraid of the Pistons because at the end of the day, it's all good. We could beat all of these teams, but you can't do it. The Magic were supposed to be this tough team. We said it in the beginning of the season. We thought they was finally getting everything clicking, but they played themselves, and now you put yourself in a game 7 on the
Yeah, we
road.
gave yeah, we gave them that title of disruptor and they came in and they disrupted some stuff. The only thing I would thank the Magic for was they unlocked the blueprint to beat in Detroit. I feel like they exposed Detroit and they exposed Detroit in showing that regular season basketball, playoff basketball, two totally different things. Detroit is beatable. They can be stopped. And like I said, I'm not as worried as I was during the regular season as a Knicks fan as to if we meet them in the conference finals.
Got you, 100%. But we got to talk about this last series in the East, this last game 7 that they forced. It's the weekend of the game 7s. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers tied up with the Toronto Raptors. Shout out to our Canadian fans. You know, our guy RJ Barrett, former Nick, put up a pretty much hit a Kawhi shot, I feel like,
It was a
last night.
Kawhi shot. It was
a-
the Kawhi shot.
It's got me looking. We need to investigate the rims in Toronto because it's crazy. It bounces up, goes straight up, then it drops in. I'm like, how did he do it? I don't know. God was really with him. How we feeling about that series?
There was an earthquake in Toronto last night. When that ball went up and bounced all the way up to the damn ceiling and
Everybody.
dropped. That stadium erupted. Outside the stadium erupted. I'm happy for Toronto. Again, we have personal ties to that organization. Shout out to my Canadian people. Y'all, exactly. You know who you are. I know you was like, but Toronto's also playing a great series. And again, I got to take back what I said at the beginning of the series. I said, hey, they made it in. Good for them. I wrote them off. But Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, for you two, this is bad business. You guys cannot, like, when it comes to the playoffs. What's up? What's going on? What's
That's
going on?
that's their resume. That's what they've like. For years, they have been in this league and been monsters of this league. And for the better part of the 2020s, at least for Donovan Mitchell, from since that playing performance when he was in Utah, going shot for shot with Devin Booker, going crazy, he's been that type of player. And we know who James Harden has been. Like, there was a clip in the Celtics game where they showed the last time the game 7 was between the Celtics and the 76ers. Who did you see in the shot flopping? James Harden. Same number one. He's going to give you the same crap performance. Not even to say crap performances, but it's one ball, and those two don't know how to play winning basketball together. And it's no knock against Donovan Mitchell because he's a great talent, but James Harden, this is his resume. In Houston, everywhere he's been, this is his resume. So I'm
This
not
is his
surprised.
resume. Yep.
Not surprised. I called it going 7 maybe, and hopefully the Raptors could pull this out and make some noise, but Cleveland is just what you do.
It is what you do. Again, all of these teams are just being exposed as to they're not as great as they playoff basketball is different, and they're not ready for it. It's not there. I'm sorry.
Different animal. But I mean, those game 7s is looking like it's going to be real good. But in the West, we got things locked up for the second round. So we got to talk about the first teams that got in, which are the Spurs and the Timberwolves. And I'm even surprised that my Nuggets, yes, I'll say this, my Nuggets, I got that wrong. Nuggets got bumped. Randy, is it time to blow up the Denver Nuggets?
I think so, because the Nuggets got bumped and the Timberwolves didn't even have their best player on the floor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's saying something. That's saying
That's
something in
crazy.
where it's not that magic from a couple years back, a few years back. It's gone. It's gone. Jokic got outplayed big time. Got
Yeah.
outplayed big time. And again, is for me, it's nothing new, because when you have if the opposing team have a dominant center, they can slow him down. Big Mitch all year slowed down Jokic. Every
Yeah.
time they came to, well, I know it's only 2 games, but every time they played New York, we shut down Jokic because you had a bigger center that can do what he needs to do. And then Jokic, again, they get into this hero mentality where they got to do everything, and it's just not working out. But yeah, that team, they really need to sit down and figure out what's the best move going forward, because the same team next year is not the best move. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah. I agree with you. Like, it's time to shake some things up in Denver because you get rid of the coach and then you see this rift between Jokic and the coach all year. They kind of played like they didn't need a coach. They didn't respect the coach. You got Jamal Murray, who's very inconsistent. Like, it's time just to shake some things up out in Denver. I don't know. You can't get rid of a MVP player like Jokic, but figure out a way to build behind him and get him some more pieces that work, and
Of course.
probably even find him a coach that he respects because that's your superstar and he can't go anywhere, you know? Seen him getting frustrated, and the fact that Timberwolves don't even, like you said, don't even have their best player is wild
That's
to me.
crazy. That's
It's wild to
crazy.
me,
That was
you
a that
know?
was a that was a layup, and they Patrick Ewing it at the end.
Crushing blow, crushing. I at least thought Denver could have made this a series and went 7, but they packed them up, and now they got they got the Spurs next. So I don't think Ant is going to be playing in the beginning of that series. They said he might come back if Randall or them boys could hold it down, but it's looking tough out there. But shout outs to the Wolves. Congratulations to them. We got to talk about a big, big, big person on this show who we always talk about. The GOAT, as they like to say, the GOAT has made it to round two. He survived the young team in the Rockets, made it to round two where he faces the Thunder next. How are we feeling about Braun making it out of the first round?
We talk about a renaissance and a resurgence. LeBron is LeBron is in survival mode. All right. I know with the Rockets coming up those two games, it was like, well, this is gonna be the first team to get taken out. That was up 3-0.
Yeah.
It was possible, but again, just like Atlanta, I feel like the Rockets is another young team that has to figure it out. You can't beat experience, and you can't be the team that's fighting for their lives, especially to prove something.
Yeah.
LeBron did his thing. You know me, I'm like, it is what it is, because I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what. No, as a matter of fact, I do care what the comments say, but we all got to be realistic. Until proven otherwise, they about to run into a brick wall when it comes to OKC.
Yeah.
We all know that. We all know that.
I gotta say, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I laugh when you bring up the comments because LeBron is one of them people that just get people talking, and
Oh
his
yeah.
fans and his haters, they all just have such discourse. But I think, like you said, it's time for us to wake up. LeBron is getting some great help from Rui Hachimura. You got
Oh
Austin
yeah.
Reeves coming back. He's about to get right. Luca is on the mend. I think some things could happen for them. But as you said, this brick wall called the OKC Thunder, they're about to spank LeBron and them, bro. Spank them. Like, I don't even think. I give him, if they could get two games, LeBron's still not going in my GOAT conversation. I don't want to be a LeBron hater. I give him all the props in the world. You had this young Rockets team. I know that's a point of contention with fans too because they say, "Oh, it's a young team. They didn't have KD," so you feel like we giving LeBron and them more props. I did say, what's the guy's name? I did say the Thompson twins. Amen Thompson could lock up LeBron. We didn't see that happen, and I got that wrong. But I will go out on a limb and say, as a betting man, LeBron is getting clamped up in that. Lou Dort is gonna lock up
Lou
LeBron.
Dort.
Lou Dort is gonna clamp up LeBron. So it's no hate to them. Aiden, he gonna get spanked up by Hartenstein. Shout out to Hartenstein. We love Hartenstein over here. Chet Holmgren, I don't really care for him, but it's not looking good for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's really not. And Laker fans, thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys. You did your thing, but your show stops in the second round.
And like I said, it's not hate. It's the championship is the champions from last year. And they maintained that dominance and that momentum throughout the entire season. They ran through the first round like it was nothing. Using the eye test. LeBron and the Lakers. Thanks for, like you said, thanks for showing up. We enjoy the show. We enjoy the retro show, the retro act. All right, we respect it. You do what you got to do, but yeah. Until proven wrong, and if in a week and a half we are completely wrong, we will come out and say, hey, I don't know what voodoo LeBron is working, but they do their thing.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but I just know I want to see some competitive basketball. If LeBron could even turn back the hands of time and he'll give me faith as an older individual, hey, go ahead. LeBron, use that unk magic and do it for the unks. But SGA about to run y'all boys out the building, man. It's
Yeah,
tough. It's
yeah.
tough. Thank you for coming, man. But I think that's going to do it for us today in this episode of Shootaround Sessions podcast. We thank y'all for watching and we thank y'all for coming because Knicks got this, man. Everything is right in the basketball world and we happy.
The Knicks are looking great. The Knicks are looking like the best team in the East. Because of history and our history on this earth, you already know that I'm not going to get too excited. All right. We have been here before. We've been here before in the 90s. We've been here before, I think, no, well, in the
2000s?
90s. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
definitely
we can
90s.
say, yeah, 90s, because 99 was the last time they was in the finals. We've been
Yeah.
here in the 2020s. The last few
Yep.
seasons, we've made it to the conference finals and everything, so I'm not going to get too
Mm-hmm.
excited. However, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
If the New York Knicks plays defense like they did in that game 6, where they clamped up everyone, not just one or two people, they clamped up the entire team, and the entire team did this.
Mm-hmm.
One through 9 that played, and they shoot again. Shooting is hit or miss, pretty much literally. You can shoot your threes, knock your threes down, great. But if you clamp up like you did, the New York Knicks can make it to the NBA Finals. They can make it to the NBA Finals. Not that they
Yes.
will, but they can.
Hey, brother, I believe in you. I believe in everything you say. And I'm going to go ahead and back that with a double can. So 2 cans make a will. The Knicks will make the NBA Finals. I ain't saying we're going to win, but we going to make it. two positives equal extra positive. So
Positive.
we win. Oh, but that's going to do it for us today on Shootaround Session Podcast with me, your host, Tawasi C. And my man,
Randy B, you know how we do this thing.
you know how we do it. Like and subscribe. Stay locked in with us. Keep commenting. In a couple weeks, hey, we even going to go over these comments and laugh and what we got wrong and what we got right. So keep rocking with us and we catch you on the next one. Yeah, we going to put them up on the screen and everything.
Screens,
So
everything.
keep-
Hell yeah.
What? It's going to be some good ones we got coming up for y'all. So we catch you on the next one.
That's right. We're going to do a reply show. We have no problem with that. You guys continue, because we look at every comment.
Oh.
We'll put them up. We'll do a reply show.
From the comment gang. You know, we love y'all out there. So we're going to catch y'all on the next one.